We're going to have Shabbos, everyone, Pashas Vauakel, Shabbos Shkolim, Mevorchim, the second month of Adar, Shabbos before Chodesh. So, to put it all together, the Sikha we learned this week is called Vauakel. The Rebbe says, what is the idea of Vauakel? Vauakel, to create a kahal, is not just you gather people together, but you change the entity of who these people are. Like you take 10 people together, it becomes a minyan. And then you could say Kaddish, you could read the Torah, etc. Moshe gathered, Vauakel Moshe Sa'am, he gathered all the Jewish people of all times. And why? To tell them about the Mishkan. And what's the idea of the Mishkan? The Mishkan is that after the Moshe Rabbeinu came down on Yom Kippur, after Yom Kippur, and God told him, Salachti kitvarecha, I forgive the Jewish people on your terms. What you wanted accomplished in the Jewish people, the level of tshuva, like the Rebbe calls it tshuva ilah, the highest level of tshuva, they're not just that they're forgiven for their sins, but actually their sins, the negative turns into positive, which is the highest level of tshuva. So Moshe Rabbeinu now tells the Jewish people we have to build a Mishkan. The Jewish people have reached the level almost even higher than Adam, first man, before the sin of the tree of knowledge. And like Hashem says when the building of the Mishkan, Basi Lagani, I've come back to my garden. I've come back to a place of holiness, of absolute certainty, of godliness. And who's accomplishes? The Jewish people. And how do they accomplish it? Through tshuva. So in order to do that, just like the first man gathered in, he was made up of all the souls of all man, so too the Jewish people, in order to build a Mishkan, for mankind to create a dira, that God could say, Basi Ligani, I've come back to the garden of my creation, we have to first become a single entity where we're not, each one has their tafkid, each one has their job. I'm the head of the Jewish people, I'm the arms of the Jewish people, I'm the heels of the Jewish people. Some people feel more important, less important. We have to first bring back to the single entity, to the Yachad Shifta Yisrael, that we become one single unit. Vauakel, Moshe gathers them as a single unit, and then we could create as a single unit, each one at their talents, to build a Beis HaMikdash and Mishkan. But a person may ask themselves, when they look at themselves as an individual, I'm an achaishis, I'm a copper person, I'm not gold, I'm not silver. Where do I have the ability to be part of the story of the Mishkan, to be part of the story of creating a dir b'tachtonim? And that's why the first mitzvah Moshe says to the Jewish people when he gathers them together is the mitzvah of Shabbos. And he says, Sheishes Yom Te'aseh Malacha, the work gets done. If you're going to be able to apply yourself to such a way that your focus, your drive is Shabbos, your drive is to get out of the world, your drive is to Yiddishkeit, your drive is to try to be a better person and to create a Mishkan. And everything else is Te'aseh, everything else gets done, everything else is secondary. Not that you don't participate, not that you don't do, but it's the focus, the drive. And it's even though you're in the beginning of your path, maybe you haven't even reached Tshuva, maybe you're still a Nechoshes, you're a copper person, but you are still part of the story of building the Beis HaMikdash and the Mishkan. That's also the idea of half shekel. The half shekel is that we take a half a shekel, we need two people. We need to become one with someone else in order to create a shekel. And that's the idea that the Rebbe tells in the first Farbrengen of Shabbos Shkolim, that Moshe Rabbeinu stands there and he asks God, what's going to be with the generations when I'm not here? And God says that every time the Jewish people read Parshas Shkolim, no matter where that is in the world, you're going to be standing there and elevating the Jewish people to bring them to their full potential, to bring out their essence, to be able to come a kahal, to be able to come a true and to mean it, to really feel like we're Yachad Shifta Yisrael, one single person. And together we should have the true kehillah, the true gathering of the Jewish people with Klal Yisrael, with the coming of the month of Adar. Now we go into the second month of Adar, more simcha, and we should have the simcha, the great simcha of the Geula Amitas Vashlema through Mashiach Tzidkenu B'Karev. Good Shabbos, everyone.